Hi there, Graham and Shirley here. Welcome to SanGee Adventures. It's a beautiful, hot, sunny morning here in northern Cyprus. And we're just going to do a tour of all the lovely little villages along the northwest corner of the island here. It's a beautiful day. It's about 9:30 in the morning and it's already about 38 degrees. So it really is quite hot. But it's a beautiful sunny day and we'll take you for a little tour around the northwest corner. Beautiful colour of the sea here. As we drive down to a place called Vasilia Beach. Just past the two little restaurants here is the place where the huge water pipes from Turkey arrive here in Cyprus and supply most of the north of the island with their fresh water. A little bit later on the tour, we'll show you the huge reservoir where all this water is stored. Now, when I was a child here on the island, this road was actually just a small track. And it was quite hard work working away along the northern part of the coastline here. But there's a fantastic view of the Five Finger Mountains. We stopped here right at the very start of this path because there's a lovely viewpoint which I'll take you to and show you. Really is quite a stunning coastline here. Very, very beautiful indeed. And here's a lovely view of the end of the mountain as we look down the coast there towards Karşıyaka, Lapta, and all the way down to Gurna or Kaibina as it's called. And the village you can see nestled on the side of the hill there, going down to the water's edge, is a village called Kayalar, and that's where we're going to be heading next. Just before we get into Kayalar, I pulled into Horseshoe Bay, which is a favourite swimming haunt of ours. There's been a lot of development work here recently, and they're just sort of finishing it all off at the moment, but I thought it would be well worth showing you the place. It really is a very pretty little place. They've rebuilt the restaurant here and the terracing. It's just an absolutely lovely little spot for swimming, and gosh, they've done an awful lot of work here. Really, it was just a sort of shack by the side of the sea, and they developed all of this area over here, which is quite splendid. It's the first time I've seen it in quite a while, actually, and they've built new steps down to the sea over here. Oh, it really is quite splendid, and they've got a jetty as well. Very beautiful, doing a great job. Hopefully it'll be open very soon. Just turning into the old village of Kayalar now, and we'll just take a quick drive through to give you a flavour of the place. A very traditional old village, but recently there has been quite a lot of development tucked away on the sides of the hills here. If I get a clear view, I'll show you. But the old village itself, it really is quite delightful. Look to my left here, you can see a whole new estate of modern houses, which doesn't quite fit in with the traditional old buildings, but that's progress for you. We are just pulling into the old part of the village now. Very beautiful old place. Lovely sort of rocky surroundings. Nestled into the side of this hill here. Lots of lovely old traditional houses. Going up to the village square here. Beautiful views over the sea. we are coming back out the other side of the village now, back to rejoin the main road. Just entering the Akdeniz region protected area, which is lovely, and we're going to make our way now to the top left-hand corner of Cyprus, and a little village called sangeeadventures. It really feels as if you're at the end of the world when you get there. So, but there's plenty of lovely views to see on the way. So keep watching. Coming down again into another beautiful bay. Really is quite stunning. It's my favourite word. You probably gathered that already. Just a couple of kilometres out of Kayala, we just pulled into a lovely little bay, which has got an ancient Greek Orthodox church in it, and on the other side there's a Carib house which was built into a small harbour, which was used right up from Roman times to the present day. It's a very pretty little spot here, so we'll get out and just give you a quick view. This really is a lovely little spot, because it's sort of so far out of the way from the main tourist area. You don't get many people coming here, and we've often come down here just for a picnic, and it's just such a lovely peaceful place. Stunning rock formations there, and as we walk around the side of this little church chapel, which has been lovingly restored, we come across this beautiful secluded little bay. And it's fantastic here for snorkeling and just swimming, having a lovely peaceful time. Someone's built a little house over there. What a lovely idyllic little place to live. There we go. This building is a historic monument listed by the government. Private property, strictly forbidden to enter the building. You shouldn't camp round here. Then quite a few people do. It's just very stunning. Just walked round from the church to the other side of this rocky outcrop, and they've clearly had a bit of a rock fall around here, and they're just trying to tidy the area up. But again, another beautiful, peaceful little bay. And over to my right there is an old Carib house, or an old storeroom, which was used over the years for storing all kinds of things. Carib is one of the big things, and it's called the old Carib house here. Very beautiful. Take a wander up. Oh, the doors are open. That's a blessing. I might get a chance to go inside and have a quick look. Yeah, stunning old building. Oh, here we go. Beautiful old stone building. Look at this. Fantastic old arch. With a tremendous view to the outside. I'll come round and see if we can get to the other side of the building. Here we go. Very beautiful indeed. This lovely old stone floor. Really is quite splendid. We're just about to come now into sangeeadventures, which is the last village on the northwest corner of northern Cyprus. I'll take the drive down to nearly to the end and then get out of the car and take you to the point at the top of the island. Very rural village here. Main and probably only occupation around here is farming and sheep and cattle.
Beautiful tree.
Stunning tree, isn't it?
Gorgeous.
What are they called, do you know?
Not sure.
That is very beautiful.
But I think the local name is a flame tree or something, or coral tree.
Get a couple of those for our garden. Over to our right here, there are a lot of caves which have been walled up, and they're useful accommodation for all the sheep, etc. Very old way of farming around here. Here comes a tiny little truck with huge bales of hay on it. I'm surprised. Well, I wouldn't like to go around the corner in that van. Very ancient part. In this region, in Akdeniz, which is sort of round to our left, which we'll see shortly, they found fossilized bones of pygmy hippopotamus and pygmy elephants from way back when Cyprus was part of the mainland, and when the great deluge and floods happened, these animals were isolated on the island for many, many thousands of years. Sadly, they've all died out now. And then at the very bottom of this lovely old building, there's a huge modern development. We're going to go straight on here, go down to the end, and when we come back, we might just pop into this little cafe. We know the guy here, and just have ourselves a nice cold drink of something. The road turns into a bit of a rough track here, so we'll just take a steady drive down, and we'll show you when we get there. Beautiful, rich, brown, fertile soils here, and this is where one of the areas where they grow the famous Cyprus potato, which I think probably got the best flavour out of any potato in the whole world. There's a small community here. We think of Dutch and Germans who lived here for many years, in a very self-sufficient way, right here at the top end of the island. Here we are, the last house on the top corner of the island. It's a little well. Well, here we are. We've reached the top corner of the island after a long drive along a rough old track. To our left, I'll pan round, and you'll see the north coast of Cyprus spreading away into the distance. I'll bring you back to the tip. When I was a child, this was a continuous piece of land going up to the little island out there, but the wind and the rain and the weather have worn all away the central bit here. And then we sweep round again here, and what we do now is see our trusty steed, and here is the west coast of Cyprus, going all the way down towards Troodos at a far distance. It's quite a wonderful spot, although very isolated and quite beautiful as well. You can see the rollers coming in between the two parts of the land here. As we come out of Druzmakoy, we will start turning eastwards and start going inland, but we should get a lovely view of the Akdeniz National Park, which is an area of outstanding beauty and is protected. And along this road we'll eventually come to a village called Kormakitis, which is an ancient maronite village. The Maronites came over from Lebanon in the 14th and 15th century to avoid persecution, and they set up the Maronite community, which has been going strong here ever since. It's quite an interesting place. They're mainly Greek speaking now, and it's quite a nice little village, but we'll see that in a minute. Taking a final view of the north coast here as we come up the hill. Very beautiful. We've just stopped outside to Druzmakoy on a ridge which overlooks part of the Akdeniz region. You can see the sea in the distance here, and as we sort of pan it round, it's an area of great farmland as well as forest. And in the distance you might be able to make out the hazy outline of the Troodos Mountains and Morphu Bay, which is beautiful. At Akdeniz, which is a small village we probably won't go to today, you can drive down to the sea, and there's a 14-kilometre stretch of sandy beach which is totally isolated and it's a stunning place to go. There's a lovely fish restaurant down there as well, and we often go down there for walks and just take in the beauty of this place. It is very lovely. Just driving up now into the heart of the village of Koroja. Lots of traditional houses here, a lot of which have been restored beautifully to their original form. Drive round past the church into the little village square with a couple of restaurants. We turn to the left. Well, buildings here which have been converted into boutique hotels and restaurants. It's a very pretty little village. Local museum and cultural centre. More beautifully restored buildings turned into small boutique hotels. Brief look back over the village again, Ridge. Let's start to drive out with the village now. Very pretty little place, well worth a visit. As you can see, we've turned a full circle. You can just see the end of the Five Finger Mountains, or the Bashminar Mountains. We're making our way now towards a village called Tapibashi, which you could just make out on the hill over there. And we're going to stop in a little cafe, which is probably our favourite place on the island to go, which is called Urpax, which is on a little ridge just outside Tapibashi itself, run by an absolutely lovely family who we've grown very friendly with over recent years. So we'll take a stop there in a minute. Just coming up now into the outskirts of Tapibashi, and we're just going to pull up in a minute at our favourite little cafe, which is Urpax. Hopefully it'll be open, because we're desperate for a cold drink on such a warm day as it is today. We're just going to pull in now, hopefully find our favourite shaded spot under the tree to park. This is the lovely Urpax. Because it's such a hot and hazy day, the view is a little bit obscured, but you can look over again the Akdeniz forest, and in the background see the Troodos Mountains in the haze over there. And it's just such a lovely little spot for this amongst the pine trees. As I say, it's one of our favourite places to come and just chill out and relax and spend time with such a lovely family. So, yeah, sitting amongst the chickens and dogs, and just very simple and a very beautiful place. I'll just walk in here. In the winter you can come here as well and look over this beautiful view. And here is Seda running away. She's normally much more welcoming than this, instead of hiding away. She's got all bashful. But, hello, Seda.
Hello, how are you?
I'm really well. Good to see you.
There you go. I just subscribed.
And we're now just entering the village of Tapibashi. Again, another traditional village with a lovely old centre. And there's a little cafe we go to there, hopefully which we'll find as we travel through, which is open from 4 o'clock every afternoon and they only sell 2 items of food. One is lamajan and the other one is pide, and they're both lovely, and it's run by a really nice family. You bring your own alcohol with you if that's what you want to drink, and it's just really pleasant. You get lost in this village, so it'll be interesting to see where we end up.
I was just waiting for your divine navigation.
Right, we're going to keep right here and come up. I think we aim for the mosque, which is pretty near the centre. We should be all right. And the mosque there, if we follow it round to the left, I think we'll come pretty close to where this little cafe is that we go to.
The Tulip Cafe.
The Tulip Cafe, that's right.
Thanks.
I think it's up to our left. I might be wrong.
No, you're right.
Up here. And here we are.
Yeah.
There's the Tulip Cafe up here. It's just a very simple little building. It's got the wonkiest staircase you'll have seen absolutely anywhere. We'll follow the road round to the right here.
Thank you.
I'm making this up as we go along. Then we'll try and double back on ourselves in a minute. So I think perhaps if we take a right here, follow this road round and see where it goes. Take another right here, I think, maybe. If we come back towards the centre of the village again. Beautiful views from the top here. Pepi, I think, means hill. I'm not sure what the bashi means.
Top of the hill.
Probably top of the hill. Start to see some lovely views now. Old Greek church there. I think if we go, I don't know, let's go left.
It doesn't really matter.
And follow it round. Look at the beautiful colours of these trees. Bougainvillea, sort of affectionately known as frilly knickers over here. I'll take the road round to the right at the bottom. Yeah, I think we can go down this lane over there, but we're not going to. We're going to go left and come out of the village. Again, in front of us you can see Akdeniz, and in the far distance you can see the Troodos mountain range as well, and a little bit of the sea as well. Quite a big view up here. You just see a touch of the sea there in the distance as we come down and out of it. This probably appears like a massive village, but it's not. It's just that we're a little bit lost.
The best way to find things is getting a bit lost.
A bit lost.
A bit lost.
Mm. It's a bit like the Hotel California. This you can never leave once you come. Go to the left here. I'm beginning to think this is quite familiar. Do you ever get that feeling of deja vu?
And this is back to the mosque and possibly back to the cafe.
So
I'm going
left here. And we start to make our way back out of the village again. There is some lovely old traditional arches there. Coming down out of the village now, we're just going to have a drive through Chamleyville, which is the next village in line. And here we are, we're on the back end now of the Five Finger Mountain range. When we started off this morning, we drove along the front. But here we are, just coming back onto the main road again. And then we'll come on down into the small village, well, quite a large village of Chamleyville, which is another really nice village. Just coming now into the village of Chamleyville. So we'll take you right into the heart of the village. Driving past the local school now. And this road takes us down into the heart of the village. They have a really good festival here every year, as do most of the villages, and we've just missed the season for most of them, but I have got some footage of a couple of other festivals which I'll incorporate into other videos that we're doing here in Northern Cyprus, just to get you a feel of the sorts of things that these festivals cover. But again, lots of beautiful colours, especially from the bougainvillea. This is quite a popular village, very good farming community around here. Lots of produce grown. Lots of nice little cafes and restaurants.
Lovely park as well, where people can meet.
Lovely park over here, you can sit in and have a wander around. And here we are coming into the sort of the town centre now, so we're going to drive through that to the left.
Lovely cafes there.
We could probably turn right here if you wanted to. A mixture of really old housing here and lots of new villas being built as well. So there's one on one side and a new one on the other side. Oh, that old house is for sale there. Just going to drive straight along here for a little while. There's been a couple of old village houses that have been restored to a really nice standard, so it's well worth having a quick peek at those as we carry straight on up. Quite a rambling village, this one. It sort of goes on and on and on. There's a nice old house here that's been restored really well. And we're probably going to turn left here, or maybe even right. Let's go right. Let's go right. See what happens. We'll go right.
Beautiful old olive trees, really, really big trunks. Lovely.
And we're back down into the village square again here, so I think if we turn left we can find our way back out of the village. Yeah, there we go. Very pretty place, well worth a visit. And we've come up here many a time and had a lovely Turkish coffee in the little cafes along here, and everyone is so friendly and welcoming. Here we are, back out again past the park we saw as we came back into the village. Another nice little coffee shop here. Coming back out onto the main road opposite the police and fire station. And just a little bit further up here to the right, we're going to stop at the local supermarket, which we know sells ice cream, and we're going to have an ice cream because it really is quite a warm day. We've just been told it's 38 degrees, maybe even a little bit hotter, so we definitely need this. Ice cream time. Hooray. We've just left Javnibel now. We've come onto the main road and we're driving down towards the north coast again. And we're just going to make one more big stop on the way down just to overlook the beautiful reservoir which was built to accommodate all the water that's been pumped over from Turkey through the amazing engineering feat of the pipeline from the Turkish coast over to the coast of Northern Cyprus. We will come to a viewing point in a minute. From the viewing point you'll get a view of this splendid reservoir, which really is the lifeblood of the island here in the north. Here we are, we've stopped at the viewing point overlooking the reservoir, which is tucked again behind the Five Finger Mountains here. Beautiful cover of water. It stretches quite a long way, as you can see. It really is quite a stunning view. see the head of the dam there, and beyond it is a village of Getchit-Koy. It was a superb piece of engineering and an absolutely beautiful spot. It's just a quick shot of the head of the dam. Amazing bit of engineering. So we come down into the village of Getchit-Koy.
Thank you for joining us on our trip around the northwest corner of northern Cyprus. I hope you've enjoyed it, and looking forward to seeing you again. As we pulled back into the place we're staying, we were greeted by these two beautiful black whip snakes in their courtship dance.
We didn't want to disturb them, so we stayed for quite a while just to see them. I hope you've enjoyed this video and this tour around the northwest corner of northern Cyprus. We've gone to some beautiful villages and some of our favourite places here. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, can you please press the like button and the subscribe button if you haven't already, because this helps us to develop the channel and hopefully make a lot more videos of northern Cyprus as we go along. It's such a beautiful place and we really want to share it with you. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you again very soon.